Russell Googled questions such as how to take money from a register without getting caught. Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? Along with bus routes from Birmingham to Nashville and the movie Taken. At this time, Hoover Police says this is still an ongoing investigation and that when Russell is ready to speak out, they're all ears. I'm holding a python, which is originally from Africa, but it's here today at the Farm City Festival in Pike Road. 14-year-old confessed to shooting his brother Monday after school and dragging his body to the back of the property. The Pike County school system sent out a statement tonight saying there is a threat to no one on the school campus. But younger cattlemen like Sawyer Patterson are getting into the action. Well, at least when he wants to. Do you think you'll win?
No, because this one doesn't have otters.
Well, do you think the mama will win?
Yes.
I'm on Broad Street, one of the main roads that were affected by the tornado. Crews with electrical companies as well as recovery crews are just trying to get everything back to normal. As you can see behind me, the debris is pretty big. You have been here. The community has been here for 4 months. Little by little, you continue to push for the community to get what they deserve. Some of them homes. We have Troy University, we have daycares, we have Pike County High School, where the young man that was murdered went along with the 14-year-old brother that killed him and threatened to shoot up the school. I'm going to show you some of the prayer groups going on. Pastor Hayes said, grab a young child in front of you and hold them and allow them to lean on each other. I also caught up with the pastor, and not only is his job now to keep this community together, but he also is the chancellor of the police department that is currently on the scene right now getting answers for this community. I'm going to test out this slide. Mayor, can you give me a boost? We're going to send it back to you guys. Here we go.
Good luck, Julia.
It's kind of scary.
Hold on.
Patrick and Julia Crotty met at Eastdale Mall over 30 years ago.
I tripped and poured food all over her.
So the gentleman offered to make it right.
Well, I'll be in the blue vet, and I pulled up in my blue Chevette.
The two are still madly in love through thick and thin. In 2020, Julia was diagnosed with kidney disease. Quickly, she digressed with needing dialysis.
I was in denial because I had felt so good, and I thought, no, they've got to be wrong.
Patrick did whatever he could to help Julia. He started by creating a makeshift dialysis area in their home.
I went and took the course, and it's been very beneficial for us.
He gives her dialysis 4 times a week and has saved her life multiple times.
Without him, I wouldn't be here. And there have been a couple of close calls that I've had in that chair where my blood pressure dropped so low that my heart stopped beating.
But the Crotties don't have to live this way. That's if someone steps up and donates their kidney with blood type O.
I have a small window of opportunity here, and I'm hoping that someone does find it in their heart.
Legacy of Hope, an organ donation center, says she's not alone. Over 1,000 Alabamians need a kidney right now. Many, like the Crotties, have to find an organ on their own. If you would like to help Julia, go to this story on WSFA.com. Julia Avant, WSFA 12 News. Before working with Easter Seals, 6-year-old Abigail was nonverbal. But after meeting with Tammy Trammell, a speech-learning pathologist, she's been able to form full sentences while using an iPad.
They're able to use the device with its voice output to be able to interact in the communication just like we would verbally.
Trammell has been offering this program to children with more severe speech barriers for a couple years now. The iPad is loaded with a special software to guide the children to come up with sentences that they repeat to Trammell. They practice multiple times a week and can even check out the iPad to continue the therapy at home.
There are fewer kids affected with these extreme communication difficulties, but it makes the services more intense.
And this program is making the outcomes of therapy more effective, which is seen through Abigail.
She is very proficient with it. She can go and find things. She can spell out words and be able to use that. But through therapy, we're not only using the iPad to communicate, but she is more verbal. She is coming up with 1, 2, 3 words.
Tramel works with many children and sees progress every single day. She says this is her gift and that she continues to give after working with children for almost 40 years.
It's just kind of been my mission, and once I retired, I needed to continue to provide my service to help these kids.
Julia Avant, WSFA 12 News.
The fact that I'm still alive is just amazing.
Brian King says he picked up Theodore Terrell from work Tuesday. The two were on Brian's motorcycle at a stoplight near the Forest Hills Shopping Center when things took a turn.
I looked in my rear view and this car is just barreling towards me. He never tried to slow down.
The teens say they were hit from behind by a new white Kia Stinger. Theodore flew off the bike.
The next thing I remember was him yelling and screaming, and then I went flying. And I remember impact, and then my head hit the road because I had my helmet on.
King then tried to approach the driver of the Kia.
Roll down the window, get out of your car. And he was like, no. And I was like, no, you're going to stop and get out of your car. You just hit a motorcycle.
They say that driver immediately left the scene. The two are shocked they are alive. They're reminding motorcyclists to wear their protective gear like helmets, jackets, and gloves. They say this equipment saved their lives. And as for the driver who hit the teens.
Wherever you are, I know you were probably afraid. I know it probably scared you. But please come forward to the MPD. Your insurance will handle it. It'll be a whole lot easier if you just come forward.
According to the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, hit-and-run accidents are a problem, mostly in urban areas. They say leaving an accident scene only makes matters worse, and that staying can save a life. Julia Avant, WSFA 12 News, Montgomery.
Hey there, Gator. Hi. How are you?
This is Gator, Rachel Dunlap's newest rescue dog. The 5-year-old American Bulldog now has 2 new siblings, Remy and Darwin, and they all get along great.
He's been it for our family. He fits so well. He came in and he's been perfect.
But it's evident that Gator is different, and his life hasn't always been this easy.
We found him in the middle of the road.
Rachel's shopping date with her 3 nieces was coming to a close when they spotted a dog on Highway 50 in Dadeville 2 days after Christmas. It was 30 degrees outside.
It's a very busy highway and a lot of people go really fast there, so.
The dog was found wearing a sweater, terrified. Rachel began to reel him in with a cheeseburger and then fries and then all of her chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Once they got Gator off the road and into their car, Rachel rushed him to help.
We found a vet that could clip his nails and at least give us a little bit of reassurance before the next day.
Gator had a level 6 skin allergy, the worst they had ever seen from being in the woods for what doctors say for over 5 months during severe weather and past below freezing temperatures. The skin on Gator's stomach is toughened. Rachel says his fur may not ever grow back in that area. He also had an eye and ear infection. And as for the vet visits for Gator, they're not over. It's just the beginning.
I have to be on steroids for several months. They're thinking it's going to be a full year process before we can get his skin fully back intact, and then that's when we're going to start attacking the other things.
But despite it all, Rachel would do it in a heartbeat for Gator, especially with the impact he has made on her niece Paisley.
It was different with him. As soon as I saw him, I just felt very, attached to him.
And I asked her what the dog has done for their family.
I feel like he completed it. I feel like he completed us. I feel like he was he was what we needed.
Julia Avant, WSFA 12 News.